This is Low Growl in the house, literally. You're doing it wrong. How many times a day when you're scrolling through YouTube or any other type of social media are people telling you what you're doing wrong? Do you do anything right? And it have you second guessing. So you're eating protein wrong. You are doing your bicep curls wrong. You're bench pressing all wrong. You're squatting wrong. You're walking wrong. You're breathing incorrectly. You're taking your protein wrong. What else are y'all doing wrong? Or what else are we led to believe we're doing wrong? Because it's all playing on our impulse to find shortcuts, I think, and capitalize on our self doubt, I guess, our insecurities and things like that. So they put out stuff like, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. You know, you're talking to girls all wrong. Your conversation is dry because you're doing this wrong. Or, you know what I mean, why you getting ignored by women. All these different things that we see on these thumbnails and stuff with all the dumb looking facial expressions that people make. And it's just like, do you do anything right? And that's what I'm here to tell you today, that you are doing some things right. It's all enterprise, y'all. It's all people trying to get those views and get that revenue. You know what I mean? And I'm not immune to it either. You know, at some point, I hope that going into this new phase of my channel, maybe I will grow the audience to a sizable number, or the views will increase to a place where, hey, I'm bringing in some extra money because it's hard out here, y'all. It really is. But anyways, I want to tell you what you're doing right. So, what are you doing right? If you woke up this morning, you did something right, because you got some people out here deleting themselves. And no matter how bad it gets, guys, some of you may have even considered permanent deletion, but no. It's not over until you stop breathing, you know, and you're cutting yourself short. So if you got up this morning and you are walking around breathing and functioning, or at least trying to function, you know, you didn't give up. So you did something right. You continued on living, and that is right. Something else that you're doing right. If you went to work today and you put in a good effort and you had a good attitude and you did what you signed up to do, because a lot of times people forget that on these jobs you voluntarily signed up to do the work they're asking you to do. So I've seen so many times people go to work and then they start getting bitter while they're at work. And, you know, I mean, I've done it when I was younger, but when I became a boss and, you know, was over people, just do what you're there to do. Make your 8 and get out of there. So if you went to work with the right attitude and you did your job, you did something right. Okay? If you are taking care of your children and your responsibilities, you may not be perfect, but your kids are healthy and happy, and they got food in their bellies, and they have shelter, they have the things they need, then you're doing it right. Because there are parents out here that are doing it completely wrong. It was a recent video of a parent that brought in a kid in Walmart. The baby was shivering, and the employee of Walmart got fired for putting that video out. But that parent was doing it wrong. When you freezing your child going into Walmart and you so self-centered that you don't provide heat protection for your kid, then you're doing it wrong. But for the most part, you're doing it right. Okay? Something else that you're doing right. If you're making plans, you know, if you have hope for a brighter future, a plan to get yourself, like if you're at point A and you don't want to be there anymore and you want to go to B and C, and you are putting a plan into place, then you're doing something right, because you got to have a vision. If you have a vision, and you have hope, and you have a plan, you're doing it right. Okay? So I want y'all to get it out of your heads that you suck. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't want the same things in life. Everybody is not aspiring to the same things. If you, it's like bit by bit, you know, piece by piece. if you're working at a job that you don't want to really be at, or you feel like, hey, I don't mind this job, but it's getting a little monotonous. I want to do something different. I want to rise up a little bit. Well, that's difficult because the people around you most times in those type of jobs, especially like say you work in a warehousing on like an assembly line or manufacturing, boxing up stuff, doing like repetitive, monotonous work. Most people that are doing that work with you do not aspire to much more. So when you take initiative and you start trying to learn the business better and learn what's actually happening, picking the brain of your manager or your supervisor and investing more into the company and stuff like that, and like really trying to climb a little bit, people are going to turn against you and they're going to be like, oh, what are you trying to do? Oh, you brown nose, you kissing up, you sucking up, and all these different things like that. No, man, you got to take control of your situation. If you know that if you can get to that supervisor position or that co-lead position and it's going to bring some more money to you, do it. You know, ask them about taking some classes. A lot of these companies, they offer things like tuition reimbursement and stuff so you can educate yourself, and they'll pay for it if you keep your grades above a certain level and stuff. You better start taking advantage of these programs, because until you get to the end goal, it's like, I know we are flooded with people and influencers telling us about the 9 to 5 rat race, and it's truth. There's truth to this. But the thing is, everybody's not going to be a millionaire. Everybody doesn't even desire to be a millionaire. Some people are satisfied working up the ranks, and that's okay. That's cool. You know what I mean? Because we need people on every level. Don't let anybody guilt trip you into feeling like, because I'm not out here doing a side hustle or have 5 streams of income, that I'm just a drone and I'm a fool and stuff like that. It's like, your life is your life and you have to deal with those consequences. I do believe people genuinely want you to see the light and opportunity that is out there and available to you. But if that's not what you want, don't feel pressured to follow those type of people and their advice. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if that's you, by all means. I'm that kind of person. Like, I never believed that I was supposed to just work a 9 to 5 all my life, because I got too many ideas and creative ideas, and you know what I mean. I want more, but even if you don't, do your best where you are. Be excellent on your level. You understand? So take some courses, get some certifications, take full advantage of whatever the company is offering. Take full advantage, because when you, I've just seen it so many times, but it's like you get into that echo chamber of talking and having conversations with other bitter coworkers, and all y'all talk about is how bad things are, but you never talk about, like, man, you ever considered doing that tuition reimbursement program and going to school and learning more about this? You ever thought about being a supervisor, or what it would be like to be a manager, or this, that, and the other? It's like, continue increasing yourself wherever you are, whatever position you find yourself in life. Maximize the opportunity. Okay, that is doing it right. Okay, so stop worrying about the pressures of these influencers and YouTubers that are trying to tell you 7 steps to become a millionaire, how to go from 0 to 10,000 a month, and 6 easy steps, and all these things like that. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. It's always going to take some work. It's always going to take some discipline. It's always going to take some denying of yourself. It's always going to take some time. It's always going to take some effort on your part. Nothing is just going to be given to you. And people out here selling you false hope sometimes for the enrichment of themselves. So be smart about it. Now, if you want to go down that rabbit hole and you want to do these things, there are some legitimate people out here that are giving out really good information and stuff like that. But it's a ton of people out here selling courses and trying to just line their pockets. Hey, that's life though. That's business. And people are so desperate for a change in their lives that they will invest in anything that they believe will enhance their lifestyle and their life experience. So I'm not knocking self improvement and hustle culture itself. I think that's a whole nother video. But you get what I'm saying. If you are a worker in a warehouse and you just working an average 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, But while you're there, take advantage of what opportunities you do have. Just going to work and doing what you got to do. You're doing that right. Okay. What else are you doing right? If you are taking care of yourself, and I ain't just talking about going to the gym and stuff. If you're eating good, or you're mindful of how you're eating and stuff like that. If you have good relationships with the people around you, and you're showing love to folks, and you know what I mean, you're doing it right. If you're treating people with kindness and respect, you're doing it right. I mean, hardship, everybody experiences that, right? So there's no skipping that part. But just because you go through hardship, it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means that you're human, that you live in this life that we all going through. So bad things will happen. Sometimes it seems it's no justification. Like, why is it happening? It seems unfair. Well, we all know life is unfair. So get rid of the excuses for failure and being subpar, and just make good decisions. Try your best, give it your all and be excellent on your level, okay? What else are you doing right? Man, there's so many things that we are told that we're doing wrong. Sometimes it makes it difficult to try to figure out what you are doing right. So I would say something else you're doing right is watching this video, because you gotta inject some positivity into your life. So many of us, myself included, we fall in, like, even when we know the video is clickbait, even when we know, we still click on this crap and second guess ourselves. That's why I really like when I run across a channel and it's somebody just giving some encouragement, just some very basic encouraging. Life is gonna be okay. Don't give up. That kind of stuff. It sounds like a very basic message, but there's so many people that feel so hopeless nowadays. They're so desperate. They feel just behind on life, and if you're not careful, you're gonna, like, so many videos telling you that you're behind in life, telling you that you're a loser, and why your life sucks, why your relationships suck, why your girl cheating on you, and all these different things like that. And it's just like, sometimes you just gotta step away, find something positive that's gonna encourage you and give you hope for the next round, for the next day. Um, Bombard yourself with positivity instead of always watching these negative videos and things like that. So if you have some positivity in your life, then I think you're doing it right. If you're a positive person, I think you're doing it right. If you're fighting that depression, I think you're doing it right. If you're fighting the urge to flip out on people that have done you wrong and hold on to grudges and treat people poorly, then you're doing it right. What else are you doing right? Because by and large, I believe most people, we just trying to live and let live. We're not trying to hurt nobody. We ain't trying to scam nobody. We just want to live and find success in the areas we want to find success in. And I guess I just want to tell you to just keep going. Don't give up. If you don't give up, then the race is never done. You know what I mean? Until you take your last breath. Keep the hope. Keep your hope alive. There used to be a phrase back in the 90s. Keep hope alive. I forgot who quoted that or what person said those words, but you got to keep hope alive, because to be hopeless, that's a very dark place to be in. So Low Growl is here to give you some hope. Okay? That being said, I'll leave you with this. Soothing halls burst forth daily with traumatic discipline, concurrent with the congruency of baby birds chirping and their songs floating on the wind. Figure out this riddle. All right, I'll see y'all next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If not, sorry. If you also enjoyed the video, be assimilated into the Low Growl Legion right this minute. Assimilation just means subscribe, okay? All right, I hope y'all have a good day, and I hope you tune in on the next video as we get into some more cool topics that's going to breathe life into your life. All right, peace.